What is up, guys? What is up? Welcome back, everybody. And if you're just tuning in for your first time, welcome to Micro Mondays, guys. It's RC Steve 710. Hope everybody had a great weekend. Tune in where you're watching from, what you guys are doing, and what you guys got into last week. Was it some pure wrenching sessions, or you just got a little quick crawl in, or maybe paint jobs? Let me know. Everybody, you already know, it's Monday, and every Monday evening, we're here live every week, showcasing the best, or not the best, like just the coolest micro updates, news, products, tips and tricks, recaps, events around you, special guests, giveaways, and a whole bunch more, guys. So, that's right. Just want to shout out who's here. We got Biggie Crawls 24, what up? Jared81RC, FJRC Cruiser, Collyman 91, Real Jaunty RC, Mini Mayhem, Judson Weaver, RCLCC. What is up, guys? The coolest beans. That's right, brother. Appreciate you. Get yours out going this week too. SysQ24. Yo. Everybody in the house. RC Jack, Stoms RC, Mopar RC. That's right. Everybody wrenching, getting out. That's what's up. Love to see everybody getting in that fun time already. Let's go ahead and get Dirt McGirt on while we bring him into the chat or to the live stream. The chat is going off, so love to see everybody chatting. We actually got into some stuff over the weekend myself. While we wait for try and get Mark on here, sometimes hopefully it works out this week. But if you guys were in SoCal, the RC Supershow in, yeah, you guys saw, if you guys seen my story, I was at the RC Supershow out there in Pomona, California. It was awesome. I only went one day for a little bit, took the fam. You guys probably saw my story. My lady was recording me and my kids. We're all just kind of looking around, getting to say hello to people that we knew or people that knew us, giving out some goodies that those who found me, gave away some sand ladders and patches and stickers and everything. And other than that, it was really pretty cool. It was a really big event, good turnout. I saw Heisenberg RC repping Endura, the whole table with Endura products. Whole bunch of crawler courses, guys, for the micros. So it's always good to see the micros are definitely taking off, at least at this expo event. Plenty of options to crawl and plenty of Mount Steadfast crawler courses, guys. If you guys haven't seen Mount Steadfast courses, we're gonna bring ours on next week. We'll fit it on. We'll manage to fit it on this table. Get a little bit of live crawling in. I'm sure you guys missed that. But let's see. Let me try and send him the invite one more time. Sometimes it takes 2 times, 3 times. You never know. There we go. What is up?
There you go. It finally rang. I was like, let's go. Yo.
How's it going, brother?
What is good?
What is good, guys? So yeah, Mark, the RC Super Show. Totally forgot to announce it last week on Micro Mondays, but I was pretty sure I announced it like maybe a month or 2 ago. But it came this weekend. I was actually kind of a last minute decision for me. I know a lot of guys went on Saturday, so that was cool to kind of see preview a glimpse of what to expect. But Mark, have you ever seen those airplanes that those guys fly that literally there's a size of you?
Yeah.
Dude, they were out there in the open fields too, getting it, doing tricks. That's like one of the coolest things to see.
Yeah, you need some space for those bad boys.
Yeah.
The
But
the shop I used to go to in San Diego had like it was basically a airplane helicopter shop with some crawling stuff in it. So yeah, there was some cool shit there.
I actually brought a couple rigs out, mainly for my kids to kind of like bash on. And this HPI venture took some beating. I let my son drive it, but man, it did not bust other than he did break the rear bumper and then a little light cover came off.
All
But,
right,
but man, this thing was actually, he loved it, put some stickers on there, kind of made it different, little sand ladder.
nice.
But the main cool thing, Mark, is if you're looking at it from the side, I actually already put some upgrades on it that are mainly scale stuff. But the one of the main features, if I'm holding it right here and I'm just pinching it by the skid, you can see that forward weight bias going crazy. Well, I just recently put on those hot racing Venture 18 brass knuckles, and these things coming in at, they say, almost 30 grams on each knuckle. And what I like about these, Mark, is yes, this is probably all you really need for this truck uh, to just have it more planted for the vertical climbs. But what I also noticed when I was installing these, I still have the stock wheels on there, and this knuckle is super huge. So I think it only will accept 1.3 wheels, which is not a bad thing. It still looks, it works good, super heavy, and at this size, the 1.3s they don't look too bad at this size. But also, let me show you. I forgot to show you about the scale stuff. We installed some inner fenders on this bad boy.
That's from
So
HPI.
no, there's actually a 3D file you can find on Colts 3D.
Oh,
He's
I
offering some.
keep forgetting you got a 3D printer now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I tried these, printed these out. They came out nice. He has an updated version if anybody was to upgrade using the aluminum shock towers. And then also I did print out an interior that he had as well. And then I just put like a little kid action figure from Jurassic Park to kind of make it look like my son was in there. But look at the interior. Look at all the details in that. Looks pretty
Sick.
good. So kind of gives it a different, a better look, honestly. Just rather than having it all plain and clear, really livens up the Toyota truck. But I definitely want to paint one from the outside and my own style and get it looking cool. But you told me that you did some stuff over the past week. What'd you get into?
Just more paint and body work and stuff. Things I can't show because they're for clients. But yeah.
That's dope.
What else? Yeah, just random stuff.
I don't know. I'm just
Oh
catching
wow.
up.
Yeah,
Mount
that's a
Steadfast. What
discount.
up?
Discount Bobby Warehouse. There you go, SoCal Crawler. I knew it was close to something like that. Yeah, that like they shouldn't call it warehouse because it's not even that big. But you know what I'm talking about. That place is cool. Good people on that. Good shop. Support local hobby shops when you can.
Definitely. And then I took out old big girl this past weekend. Dude, every time I drive this one now, it's just too fun. Was taking it easy until the end. I was kind of there's like a little 10 scale crawler city over there at the Supershow, a literal city with like bridge overpass and stuff. So I was chasing my son and with his truck,
Fancy.
and Ended up kind of getting stuck, and then we double blew both of the drive shafts. I was far away. I didn't see what was going on, but that was the only damage we took. More drive shafts to blow, right? But let's see, catching up on the chat. We're gonna dive into first topics. Our first topics, finally, guys.
Oh, scale mail. Did you get these too?
Let's.
I
Oh yeah,
completely forgot, and then I got mail today. I was like, oh yeah.
scale mail, guys. Shout out again, Mintech RC. If you guys haven't seen what he's been up to, he's been making carbon fiber beadlock rings. If you guys know Mintech, he has carbon almost everything. Carbon links for the TRX4M, carbon fiber accessories, and now he's been diving into that TRX4 SCX24 world,
And
as
you got
well as the
different.
smaller wheel
Nice.
size.
Nice. That's cool. That's like your style.
Yeah. So you got what, like a like a spinner saw style or directional. I like that. 15 hole.
No, they're flub, aren't they? Am I tripping?
Oh, they're flub. I can't see from there.
Yeah. You had me confused for a second. I'm like, wait, I looked at these earlier.
Yeah, but I got these sick the flower petal ones. I really like those.
Yeah,
So
I'm not tripping.
check them out, guys. He has a few designs. Those club collab rings, as well as some of these different ones. So other than that, I did get that scale mail from the hot racing stuff. Anything else that
Was
I
that
get?
not
Kind of just
last
little
week we
stuff.
talked about
Oh,
preferred material for beadlock rings? Or was that 2 weeks ago?
that was like two weeks ago or
Okay.
last week. But
Either way, I had brass and I've always wanted carbon fiber, so thank you.
yes. And then right here, Mark Akers the other week. I
Oh wait,
think it
what?
was. I got a some upgrades. These are like little 1.3 um, hangers, little extra weight hangers. You put the little uh, tungsten slugs in there.
I still love his like early late 70s, early 80s logo. It's like Atari, Tron. So cool. Acres.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Let's dive into the first topic now. We have actually some new products, guys. Pretty sweet stuff. I actually have my rig right here. Mark, this bad boy right here, this crazy Athos four-wheel steer setup, dual VTEC
Oh,
ESD,
all right.
and then the dual
Took me a second
transmission.
to figure out the hell was going on there.
Yeah. But VTEC and CL Designs, guys, if you missed out on the first drop of the dual transmissions, fear not, guys. These are back in stock and actually selling out super fast. So head over to the website on VTech Electronics if you guys are looking for a dual transmission. And these dual transmissions, guys, are extra special. Let me bring over the phone real quick because they are
You
offered in colored forged carbon fiber. So
gotta love forged carbon fiber. That just looks so sick.
I know. Blue is sold out, guys. So red is available, but they are selling out super fast. So head over to the VTech Electronics website, and it's pretty much the whole little setup that you need to get going for basically just popping in two motors, and you'll be ready to go. All the gears, plates, spacers, and hardware are included, guys. So pretty cool. They work with those micro size motors, guys, and you will need a dual ESC. So you guys can also pick up one of these, the VTech dual ESCs, and then you'll have basically dual motor control, independent motor control, guys. It's a little bit different than the MOA style since it's not on the axles, but the experience is pretty similar and super fun. Try one out. If you guys haven't tried out a four-wheel steer setup and you want something insane, you can even rock it like how I have it on an Athos or any other one. I think some of us are waiting for buggies, Mark. Wouldn't that be cool? Some full metal
I was
buggy.
literally just thinking like how the hell I'm gonna fit all that into a buggy style chassis without making one myself.
Yeah, right?
I just think it would make so much more sense to have all the dig and four wheel steer.
Yes. I think I wouldn't mind it to be a little bit wide at the belly, at the belly area to kind of fit it all.
Right.
Wouldn't look too bad, but I'm curious to
Which
see.
wouldn't be that big a deal because then you could just run wide axles too. So, and then some spacers to have your shocks out.
And what I like about it too is that you're not really losing any of the forward bias too much, especially if you were to add like another motor all the way in the back of the axle for those MOA axles. I mean, different setups to handle those different purposes. So obviously, this one is a fun one. Either way you do it, guys. Your four-wheel steers, the four-wheel steer builds, they're fun. Do you have a four-wheel steer right now, Mark? Like one that you built
a,
up
a,
recently?
a modern one? No,
Yes.
no. I have old ones. Yes. Uh, yeah.
Well, we're gonna get you
I think
going soon.
I need a better controller. The
Shout out
GT5
what?
just isn't good for unless you can modify it or whatever to use the steering. And otherwise, it's just click, click, click. Right. I
Yeah, I
like.
think once you
I
get
guess.
into these crazier ESCs, you probably need a radio with a little bit more features.
Yeah.
Uh, let's go over to some more electronics right here. Little Guy Racing Parts, guys. They just updated their Tremor Servo. So they have a new V2 Tremor Servo.
I kind of forgot about that. It had good numbers too.
Pretty good numbers.
Yeah.
There it is, guys. Tremor V2. Everything you know and love about the original one, but taking it with more torque and faster speeds. So they're saying at a standard 6.0 volts, so saying like a stock ESC, you're getting 118 ounce inch torque at 0.090 seconds. I'll put up the specs right here. You guys can see it right there. All right.
Which is what, like 3, 4 times what a stock is. Not
Yeah.
that anybody even uses those. Or what's the never mind. I'm not even gonna bring that servo up.
No, but yeah, there's the specs, guys, if you're interested. And then also they say that they have two different servo horn options. So let me go ahead and show you guys. So some new servo horns available
One
for the
four.
micro scene. Yeah.
Okay.
1.4 and then a 2.0.
Okay.
So for you guys running the larger hardware for like Ascent 18s and stuff like that. Now, I think what we're missing, the only thing we're missing, guys, no, wait, let me see, is we need one that has like a 2.5. I think that's the next one that I want to see. The micro two with the 2.5 hole for those super beefy RX4M steering links. Because sometimes you have to run the 2 millimeter screw through a TRX4M 2.5 pivot ball to get it in that servo horn. But yeah,
Right.
check it out from Little Guy Racing Parts if you're looking for another servo. Mark, anything in the comments that we missed?
Oh man. Nothing really that we haven't addressed before.
Yeah, I actually wanted to remind people too that this transmission from CL and VTech, thanks to VTech for shouting it out in the chat, but these transmissions plates are offset, so they kind of tweak your motors off to the side, so that helps you clear that front motor from hitting the chassis rails and many different styles of chassis rails. So you guys can see here at an Athos chassis fitting the dual ESC with the dual motors, no problem. Coming back to let's come back to some stuff right here. Coming back to chassis, I think we should talk about this chassis that we just saw recently. It's been going crazy, looking crazy. I mean, but we've shown Venge RC products here recently, or in the past too. I have one of the Gatekeeper V2 XL version chassis right here, getting ready to set it up pretty soon. But we have a new option from Venge RC. He just keeps pushing out creative products for sure. So here we have the Assault chassis, he's calling it, guys. It's a super modular, or I would say configurable chassis setup. You can set it up with a deadbolt style front end and run anywhere from a deadbolt rear end all the way up to a 105 millimeter rear end. So super far, adjustable shock, or adjustable chassis, I should say. Shock towers and the rear chassis rails right there. Mark, what do you think about that?
Love options for one.
Yeah, plenty of options, guys, for whatever you want to set up. Also, wanted to show you, Mark, too.
Oh wait, go back to that skid.
Oh yeah, the skid. Let me
Is
show you.
It like slides up.
Dude, let me go back to show you guys my Venge chassis. This is why I like the Venge chassis personally. It has a 17-degree skid, and even though it doesn't look like it in there, Mark, but you can see it's pretty angled. So
Okay, right there. See how it bends up on the frame rail?
yes,
Where most skids are actually flat.
Yeah.
So
That's one smooth. I think that's one of his cool features on his chassis rails. He has that contouring style skid. Also,
great use of a word.
yeah, right.
So the upper links attached to the chassis, the frame rails, I mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
But look at this creative setup right here.
Okay.
So there's the same chassis. Looks like he has some wild servo setup right there. But look at this area. You can actually swap or reverse the front shock towers to be pushed back a little bit for, whatever kind of style configuration you got going on. Anything super custom. I think that's pretty awesome to look at, to consider. Something different. But if you haven't guys seen these and want one of these, haven't looking for a Venge RC product, he did announce, guys, that these will be available. These will be launching tomorrow, so Tuesday, the 15th, guys. And these will be, says, the first run of the Assault chassis, no hardware included in the kit, which is understandable. Pretty much I'm sure all of us have screw kits ready to go to build. He's gonna have purple, army green, or the black carbon fiber, and then he's gonna have soon aluminum, raw aluminum, and anodized black aluminum.
Ooh.
So
Ooh.
check those out, guys. Awesome stuff.
Oh, here
You
we
guys can see both of
go.
the configurations
It's
right
hot
there.
sauce talk again. Let's go. Can somebody come up with a new one though?
A new what?
A new hot sauce to put. They're gonna put shit on. It's always Tapatio that starts the conversation. Let's go. Give me something new. Something I never heard of.
I got something.
No, I like the black anodized. Like, you know me. I like shit incognito.
Yeah.
Cholula, where are you from, bro? That ain't nothing new. That's like
Right now
saying
I have
sriracha.
this right here. Looks kind of incognito,
Is
right?
it
Look
though?
at that super stealth.
You guys must live in the Midwest or west of Texas or east of Texas. Sorry, because that's not hot sauce. Let's go. Give me something
All right.
good. Give me something good. Insanity. I like that one.
All right, guys. This
Now
might
we're
sell out.
talking. Now we're getting some shit. Sorry, I got the hot
Not long.
sauce. Let's go.
Yeah, this is spicy. This
Yeah,
one's spicy, guys.
let's go.
This is a first
There we go.
right here for the
Yeah, you don't even know.
SPX24, guys. These are, you guessed it, cut to
Cut to length.
length drive shafts for the SPX24. What are the cut to length, guys? You see them a lot in
I
the
need those.
1/10 scale. And yes, if you guys are dealing with those super long custom wheelbases, you want to go,
Or just any custom.
yeah, you're dealing with like, you don't want to eliminate the carrier bearings. Um, like Mark said, custom projects. These are pretty sick. What you can do right here with this skinny part of the spline or the shaft, guys, is you can cut literally to length, whatever size you need. So I think these are maxed out at around 100 millimeters you can get with that, Mark. So 100 millimeter rear end.
Whoa.
Yeah, so like the guy is running like the 170 millimeter wheelbases pretty much, or longer, depending on your front end. And then whatever length you cut it at, it's going to be slotted in this area in this little other part of the drive shaft. So it looks pretty well made. He is only offering guys a limit of one per order for now.
What?
Oh, and this is made, guys, by Bird Finger Crawler Company right there. Bird Finger Crawler Companies. So head over to the website, guys, because these might sell out.
I thought I saw Deluxe making these too.
I heard that they were in the
Or did
works
I
of getting
imagine
some,
that?
but I think you imagine.
Okay. Or maybe I expect them to, and they haven't, because they
Yeah,
should.
right.
All right. So literally one, you can only get one drive shaft.
I think
What if,
for now.
what if I wanted a front drive shaft cut to length?
I think
That's
this is just
really what I need.
for his first run. So he's testing waters. So if he
All
sees
right,
support,
all right.
then he's gonna probably get larger batches or something like that. So
All right.
you've seen it right there, guys, from Birdfinger.
Well,
He's on
I
Facebook.
bad. What did I say? 16? You keep moving.
15.99. I know.
Okay.
Got shaky hands right now.
Yeah, that wasn't bad, though, for how shaky your hand was. I was close.
Yeah, so check that
That ain't bad.
out. And pretty cool, too, because, guys like to run those longer rear ends, and we just need that solution. Sometimes sometimes we don't want to run like little drive shaft extender things and all this other extra stuff. But I'm excited. Looks like you can also get away with a lot more like clearance away from electronics and links and stuff, having that little skinny spline area. Yeah,
Okay.
so let's see.
See, I'm not okay. Let's go back to hot sauce for a split second, just a split second. The Carolina Reaper and all that crap, that's just way too hot. I don't know what you guys were trying to like go into anaphylactic shock and close your throats, but Scotch bonnets, Scotch bonnets where it's at. That's like as hot as you should ever have, or a habanero. That's plenty hot. That'll make you sweat. You'll still get a little bit of endorphin buzz, but after that, yeah, and y'all are fucking crazy. Anyhow, that's enough on hot sauce. Let's go back to micro crawlers.
All right, micro crawlers, guys. Milk tea.
Hell yeah. Where's mine? I got that shit handy somewhere. I've had it for a minute. The display pads, or I forget what he actually calls them.
Yeah, the little showroom,
The
scale
showroom.
garage display
Yeah, the
mat.
showroom. There you go. Yeah.
So, guys, we've shown milk tea here on Instagram, Micro Mondays, and want to share
Well,
some new products that you guys have been wondering how to get a hold of them. But yes, the showroom display mats are going to be restocking, as well as he's looking to offer the 1.3 wheel stands. Those will work for little guy racing tire racks as well. So
I want to point out, hiding in plain sight in the background, too, is Milk Tea's wheel face covers.
yeah. So if you
Look, he's
haven't
got
seen
them all on a rack, like ready to go.
they're ready to go, man. Check out
Yeah.
his Etsy. Plenty of options. I need to order some of those module wheels. I need to stop sleeping and pick them up. So I think 1.3s are definitely they're getting popular. But let's see the showroom mats, guys. I actually have mine right here. Yes, Mark's shown his, the Padres edition.
Yes, sir.
They just definitely bring out a whole bunch of stuff in your garage, especially if you're gonna decorate it, little accessories, or even just put your car on there. You can have it like a showroom. I kind of have mine as like a flooring. So I probably might need another one. Maybe double it up.
I'd like a whole this instead of my workspace. Something to display, like, you know what I mean? Like that black and white would be perfect.
Yeah, you
Something
can probably buy a
or
whole
black
bunch of
and
them.
gray, something neutral. Tacos.
All right, Mark, got a sick one. Another new product. Just
Oh,
tons of new products.
I'm not sure which one you're gonna say, but I wanna say those tits wheels, bro, that finally came out.
Boom.
Dang, I was right.
So there we go,
Yeah, I
guys.
had I had homie save me a set because I knew I'd forget at 4 o'clock on a work day. I cannot wait to get those. Those are so like I don't even have like words for how different they are. It's like the best thing I said before I think was cyberpunk.
Mm-hmm.
They're just cool.
They look sick. These are
Sexy
the
is a good word.
classic crawlers, he's calling them.
They're unlike anything I've seen. Period. Other than like a custom hot rod or like a fab shop made something for just for you. You know, they're cool.
Looks like you
And it
can.
fits in.
So if you guys have seen like the hard body crawler company, do you still have those wheels, Mark, or did you end up getting those
I
wheels too?
never
Or
I never got a set. I couldn't get my hands on some, which
okay,
were like those. His were more of the classic Toyota FJ, Steelies, if you will. These are like cyber futuristic.
yeah. I think what some resemblance that people might kind of look at from comparing to those is these little covers right here. And from what it looks like to me is that there's two options of these covers. So one option is the clean look, and then the other option is to show your wheel nut or like a hubcap locker thing.
Well, front would. Most trucks would have a locker or wheel locker, hub locker. Sorry, in the front. The rear normally wouldn't, unless you're running full flown hubs. But yeah, like it.
Whoop.
Giveaway. Ooh.
Yeah. So if you guys want some, it's about to end this Friday, guys. So head over to Tits RC's Instagram, find this post right here, and this is where you can enter. You guys could win this right there.
You know, a company with the name Tits is going to have nips. So yeah, lurk on that with you. It's subtle yet not subtle. Sorry, not sorry.
Oh,
it's cool though, and I love his axles, dude. Those things are sweet.
Oh, sorry. So yeah, he has all those products.
Hangers, yeah.
But yeah, look like you're right, Mark. It looks like maybe just the front two have different faces. Or it looks like, so what it looks like right there is those little hub caps or the hubs are just threaded on into this one.
That's cool.
Yeah, pretty cool. So check those out, guys. They're available on his Etsy store now. I'm not sure how many he has left, but you guys know, support the homies for sure. All right. What else do we got here? Oh, we got a pretty big RC event happening, guys. The time is T-minus 2.5, 3 weeks over in the Kentucky area. But we have for you guys heading over there or near Kentucky, Beat the Creek is going to.
Oh, I was wondering what you were going to say because I don't remember what it was. Yeah.
Yeah, so Beat the Creek, guys, Maysville, Kentucky. It's a 2-day event or 3-day event, May 2nd to the 4th. So camping at its finest, guys, and RC. Shout out if you guys are going to be there, so that way we can make sure you guys can link up. Wizco said he's going to be there. But if you guys haven't seen or heard of Beat the Creek, this is a big like family friendly event. There's campsites, RV parking, and it looks like you can see all this information down here. It's on a huge farm of 84 acres, miles of trails. So, Mark, miles of trails, man. I think there's going to be comps and stuff like that too. Oh, I think we lost Mark.
Miles of trails. Yeah?
Yeah, I hear you now.
Okay, sorry.
No, you're okay.
I had a phone call come in for some fucking reason. Anywho, yeah, miles of trails. Not just scale miles. Miles.
Yeah, literally.
Miles for miles.
So check that out, guys, if you're going to be over there. Other than that, all I know, shout out any other events that you guys have happening around your area.
Business.
There's been a whole bunch happening last month and these past weeks around here, and Northern California and Connecticut and stuff. Shout out the area that you guys have stuff planned. We talked about the micro crawler club events that they're having in Utah all year. You guys check their calendar out. And I think, let's see right here. I think we're good. Oh, one more. Yeah, thank you.
Oh,
RCLCC. We got a few.
yeah. Big Bear, Marty's.
Speaking of
Yeah.
camping,
What's that?
check out that Big
What's
Bear.
Tiny Trucks and Donuts in Barstow? Who the hell goes to Barstow? Sorry, but for real. It's like in the middle of nowhere.
Dude, there's a lot. There's a lot of crawls. Those are where the best rocks are, probably.
Yeah, I mean, I've never. Okay, last time I drove through Barstow, I was in a rock crawler, so maybe there is some shit there. So enlighten me. I'm open to things, guys. Like, I talk shit just to be a fucking funny guy. That's like my thing, but tell me there's good shit somewhere where I shouldn't think there should be, and let's go.
Let's go.
To Barstow?
I haven't been there personally, but I think I've
You
seen some
never been through
videos.
Barstow? What?
No, I've
You had to have gone
been
through Barstow.
maybe to like, I
It's,
don't
you
know
know,
where.
it's like North LA, and then you would cut east to go on the 40. Not the, I mean, I guess unless you're not going east on the 40, you probably wouldn't gone through Barstow, but what else would be going north through there? Isn't that the same way to Apple Valley? Or maybe not. Or
I think you're
still
thinking
has
of like
everything.
Bakersfield, something like that.
Nah, I know where Bakersfield is
All
too.
right. No, I'm not
Nah,
too sure.
Barstow is definitely north. It's off 40. 40 and the 5.
Let's
Barstow
see.
has everything is like my favorite comment yet, though. They have gas.
Right.
Oh, is it
Yeah.
15?
Nah.
Is the 15 in the 40? Or is it 5 in the 40? And it's north. It's north of Alpha. Okay.
Trying to bust out those maps,
All
guys.
right, my bad. 15 and 40. Yeah, you're right. Then you drop down into LA. It's been a minute, dude. It's probably been like 20 years since I've been that way.
Damn.
And y'all, exactly, y'all use Google Maps, so don't act like y'all know where you're going.
Let's see. I think we need to talk about now some of these setups that we got going on in the trucks, Mark. We've been talking about how to set up the shocks recently. I want to get
Shock
to
talk.
kind of yeah, let's do a shock talk
I
because
like shock talk.
we need to come
Oh,
back to
that
that.
reminds me. All right. I haven't tried them yet, but I saw something cool on Amazon.
Let me know. We can probably bring it up real quick.
I don't even know, bro, because these are like some generic shit. It's if you can find that Revolution. Anywho, yes, see that's on Chinesium.
TRX 4M shocks.
Yeah, but they're like deluxe fab. I haven't even opened them, dude. All right, see, they come like little deluxe fab shocks. If anybody's familiar with 110 stuff,
Okay.
see, basically your full bump.
Okay, I think I see. I think I see one right here. Well, let's see what they got. Let's see
Everybody
what
calls
they
it
look like.
true, but it's actually bump.
Dang,
Arson,
where do you find that?
Cal, I live
Oh,
an hour from
that's
Barstow.
good.
Where do you live, dude? That's awesome.
Yeah, these look pretty sick.
They seem in hand without oil, not bad.
I found them right here, guys.
I'm a I'm a fan of that shock setup on my 110 rigs, and I've tried to replicate it a few times because you want to sit at bump, right? And then droop out.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want it to be like that and then fall more, right? So you want it to sit and then droop. Or, yeah, droop out. Full bump, droop.
So these
Kind
look
of
pretty
cool.
sweet.
I think they're
Not gonna
20
lie.
bucks at the most. The soft spring feels really soft. I'm not mad about it.
Which one is the soft one? The red one?
No, it feels like the gold.
Okay.
Let
So
me.
they're um, advertising a 50 millimeter length, guys, which I really like that shorter length
Yeah.
on the forend. I
Yeah,
think
the gold is definitely softer.
52 and 53
Yeah.
is like the standard. So I really like that little shorter length.
Yeah. And short travel, short up travel.
Yeah. So
You don't
there's
want a lot
some,
of up travel. You want down when you're crawling. That keeps your center of gravity better and keeps your body planted. Yeah, 22 bucks right now. 3 different colors, right?
yeah,
If I remember correct. I think I got the graphite or gray or whatever they call it. Pretty cool. I think
you guys
you
can
could
take a
adapt
screenshot
them.
right there. Brand is from NMNRC. You better get them now because I don't know how much we can get. What do you think about what's going on with all the taxes and stuff, added taxes and to possible RC
I'm
parts in general?
not going to speculate and I don't talk politics. So just buy them. If you want them, get them. If there's a couple bucks later on and you missed out, who cares? Not my business. My first reaction though, they feel smooth. I haven't put oil in them. The springs feel nice, super soft. So I would say, even if you put the medium, I would say it's a medium-ish. It's not a hard spring. That's the orange one in the back, or depending on your weight variation, like up front, and then run the lighter ones in the rear. You'd probably be good. Like I feel like it's going to be a good product. But do they leak once you put oil? Who knows? But for 20 bucks, hey, let's all try them and see what it says next week or the next week after that.
All right, now that we have some ideas of what you guys want to look for the shocks, or if you guys want to try those out for the shock talk now too. I also want to talk about like the shock placement. So I think shock placement plays a big part of where you put them at, especially the type of shock, the type of axle, the type of setup that you have, all plays a role in the performance. And what I've been also kind of trying to learn too is trying to eliminate as much little anchor point in these areas as possible.
Mm-hmm.
And what I've figured out how to kind of overcome those or get a good, nice transition is try and compress your shock, full compression. These being portal axles, I mount them already at the tallest row to kind of bring that
Oh wait, what
height
portal
down.
you got?
These are the Mias portals.
Okay, I just
So the,
realized that
yeah,
you're
OG Mias
not down for
portals.
that.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I'm down for that. They still have some of the coolest, craziest steering for sure, and then portals, crazy clearance. But I put the shocks on the top row versus if I was to bring out like a Saint Athos chassis
Right.
with shorter shocks. You guys can see I'm on the last row, so it's a big difference, and straight axles right there.
See, I'd go shorter shocks with portals, and then run them higher for lower center of gravity,
Mm.
and then maybe a taller shock with straight axles up on the top. Depends on the tire, though. I mean, you got 2 different tire sizes too, so
Yeah,
that changes everything too. And
Completely different setups right there.
there's a lot going on in that dual transmission ESC setup.
And now that we've seen like some crazy chassis setups, there also comes a point to where I was kind of curious, Mark, like when you get in the front end, something like this, or the rear end of shocks, how laid down front and rear is too much or too little for your
When it becomes a
style.
binding issue, that's where you stop. But effectively, you get more travel out of a shorter shock, or more down travel, if you will.
Yeah.
The more you lay it down. So you don't need it, it'll sit lower and get more bump. Not droop and bump are effectively the wrong words for what we're used to. So sitting at full bump, you get more droop, actually,
Mm-hmm.
if you sit it like that.
Yeah,
Makes sense?
that's one setup how I have right here. I'm kind of showing you on my Athos XL, the C1 version. So on the Forerunner with the longer kind of front end. See, my shock sits pretty lean back. So when I put the body on, I'm kind of I'm riding like at this
Yeah.
height.
Bro, I'm surprised. I'm so surprised that that's the chassis that body goes on, because that
Dude,
actually
right?
explains a lot.
Yeah. That's
That's
why I have to
fucking
get it
sick.
super low.
That, that's sick.
And the back too is I gotta I have it kind of standing up pretty good, and then I
That's
still have
sick.
the
Look
softer
at that.
shocks, the softer springs on there, right there. But I did put some preload kind of back in the back a little bit
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's funny how I have this one set up. I got the magnets in the back, in the center, and then up front.
And those big ass ones too. That's funny.
Yeah, so it really holds it down.
Oh yeah.
But I know a lot of guys kind of like wonder, like, oh, what's the best shock setup? What's the best shocks? It's a whole bunch of different variables. So there's a
Yeah.
couple
That's
examples that you guys can mess with right there.
shock
Uh,
talk and wheel talk are like two of the hardest things, I swear.
it is.
Because it depends on what you drive, how you drive, the terrain you drive. Like those two are like just you have to find your personal preference. If it works, it works. Like I
This Venture
will say that
18.
what I will say one thing though, overflex is way overrated. Just because you can stand your shit on the side like that and that. Sorry, that's just not. It looks cool in a picture, but it's not a performance.
Yeah, it gets crazy, right? It's a little
It's
harder to
not.
drive for sure.
Yeah, it's just not. Sorry. And if you can prove me wrong, I'm fine with that. But I will never drive like that. Again, personal preference. And that's
And
look at that level.
yeah, super
Oh, I
basic.
was wondering about those new shocks that they released. How are those performing?
These HPI ones,
Yeah,
dude, these are
they look
the
smooth.
HPI is so nice. Like it might not be clearance king guys, but how it is, how it's all set up, this is something I probably wouldn't mess with too much. I would just leave it like that and drive it like this because it's a super fun little trail truck that's very solid and composed. So
There you go. Great work.
all shock setups are different. I think the vertical kind of style works out if you have just weight kind of almost everywhere, front, rear, center. But shout out, guys, before we do come to an end. What has been your favorite shock
Oh wow!
to go to.
I didn't realize it was that late.
Yeah, time is flying,
Damn.
but I still got to throw these on, guys. I've been waiting. I've been dying to use these blue ones, the blue neck shock.
Ah, I say this like every 2 weeks. I gotta order some, and I never do.
No, I mean, it is what it is. It's just they're gonna be there on the. Oh, they have them on A-Main and the next
Oh,
website, and
Amy. Okay, that's good because they have the codes.
yes, so kind of stock up a little shopping
Yeah, I
list.
could probably use some 110 shit too, so that's a good idea. All right,
Green
let's go.
Joras, huh? Yeah.
Those are,
So
those are still good. Like I don't hate on the 39 millimeter Enjoras with a little bit of custom tuning.
yeah, I actually have these 39s custom
Yeah.
lengthened. So what we're Mark and I are saying is we actually have them a little bit limited inside, so that way they're not extending to the full 39
Mm-hmm.
millimeter length. These are like back to the 36s
Yeah,
in a sense.
that's funny. Punch Monkey had it nailed. That's funny. Hot Racing 36. That's why we did it.
Yeah, the Athos, the first Athos that I built, still on the OG hot racings. So I probably want to update this one a little bit. Not much to update, honestly, other than probably put a fresh link set to the titanium and new tires, new shock maintenance, all that kind of good stuff. Check the gears and everything. It's already just runs so good. But yes, guys, let's see. Hope you guys enjoyed. How about those Padres, Mark?
Oh, I've been, bro. I'm not even saying anything. I know there's a shit ton of Dodger fans, but yo, it's early. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh yeah. Like always, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out till the very end. Enjoying Micro Mondays. We'll be back next Monday. We got some few things planned for next week. You don't want to miss out. And coming up close to already May. It's crazy. Time flies by.
Dude, wasn't it just Christmas?
Yeah, and dude, it's crazy. But also,
Sad
what I
time of the way.
really want to announce too, it just keeps flying by. I'm like, oh, I'll announce at like when I'm almost at 10K, but I actually am almost at 10K followers, so I'm planning to do a 10K giveaway somehow.
Damn, I thought you'd be past 10K, Steve.
No, I'm not in a rush because it's coming. It just keeps getting some followers, so I got stuff planned, guys. You guys aren't gonna want to miss out. It's gonna be sick. I'm sure you guys maybe might know. It's gonna involve some links and other stuff, but
Okay.
you guys can see. Stay tuned for that. We'll announce it as we get closer. But yeah, we'll be back next week, guys. We'll do a giveaway next week for sure. Got something coming in, and bless you guys with a little bit of that. And so, yeah, it's been a long road, man. It's been pretty cool getting to meet a whole bunch of people online, and it wouldn't be possible if I didn't. My lady, she was like, "Oh, you should put your micro crawlers on there." I'm like, "Nah, I don't think that anybody would like that stuff." So
That's
if
funny.
you go scroll all the way back to my little post, you'll see my little stock deadbolt and a
Well,
Jeep.
I I met you on fucking Facebook group. Which one I don't remember. And then you got
Yeah,
me
no,
into Instagram. You're like, yeah, let's go Instagram. I'm like, I don't know. And I was like, all right. And this isn't COVID, right? I'm
mm-hmm.
like, fuck it. Nothing better to do. Let's try it out. But yeah, it's been an interesting journey so far over the past 5 years? No,
Yeah, it's been a pretty wild
what
journey so
four
far.
and a
So
half, 5 years since I've known you? Yeah.
yeah, it's been sick, man.
Yeah.
So hopefully we'll get to party and celebrate at Proline too. You get can Try and make it.
I'm not saying shit this year because I said a couple of things the last couple of years.
Yeah, I know.
But I ain't
Just
saying
keep your fingers
shit.
crossed.
Yeah, I'm just keeping my mouth shut.
Yeah, I hear you.
I'm trying to dig deep and make some shit happen. So that's all I gotta say. But yeah, on the
Rock
real
on,
though,
guys.
everybody, thanks for tuning in, man. We all appreciate that. And the chat been funny. Hot sauce night. I saw some good ones in there. And yeah.
Send Mark some hot sauce, guys. He'll try it out for
Oh
you guys.
man.
Let them know.
No.
We could
Been
do a
there, done
series
that.
on that. We could do a review every week.
Been there, done that.
Let's make it happen. But yeah, guys, we'll catch you later. Thanks again. Have a great night, everyone. Peace.
Yo, Steve.
Later, Mark.
Have a good night, brother.
You
Thank
too,
you
brother.
guys.